right, everybody, welcome back to Empower Your English. I'm your host, and as always, excited to be here with you, ready to take another deep dive.
That's right, deep dives.
Yeah,
Those are what we do best.
exactly. And today we're diving into a topic that I think is just going to be absolutely fascinating. We're talking about the one and only Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah, what an incredible story. What an incredible journey she's had.
She really has. I mean, media mogul, philanthropist,
Right.
global icon. But we're looking at her story from kind of a unique angle today.
Okay, yeah, what's angle?
Well, we've got this really insightful article and a super detailed video transcript, and we're kind of digging into this question. Could mindfulness have been a key ingredient in Oprah's journey? From her humble beginnings to becoming this global phenomenon.
That's really interesting. I mean, we often hear about hard work and, making the right connections and all that, but mindfulness, I mean, that's a whole other dimension.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what we're exploring today. Like, how much did that inner awareness actually contribute to her success? So, so for everybody listening, think about it for a second. Have you ever considered that being present and aware could be just as important as all the action you take when you're trying to achieve something big?
Makes you think like maybe there's more to the story than just, the external stuff, the hustle.
Right. It's not just about what you do, but how you are while you're doing it. So to really appreciate the magnitude of Oprah's journey, let's just paint a quick picture of where she started. I mean, today she's this global powerhouse, right?
Yeah, everybody knows Oprah.
Exactly. But her early life, it was a totally different world.
I mean, talk about a contrast.
Huge contrast. Born into poverty, Mississippi in 1954, her mom was working as a maid and she spent her early years with her grandmother.
Wow, so really humble beginnings.
Yeah, really humble. But even amidst all that, her grandmother instilled something so powerful in her, a deep love of learning. The article says she was reading by 3 years old.
No kidding.
Yeah.
3 years old. I mean, that's incredible.
And reciting Bible verses in church. It's like the foundation was there from the very beginning.
That's amazing. I mean, those early experiences, even when they're tough, they can really shape who we become.
Absolutely. But then when she was 6, things got even tougher. She moved to Milwaukee to live with her mom, and the video transcript actually reveals some really, really challenging experiences she went through, including abuse from family members.
Oh, wow. That's heavy stuff.
It's really tough to hear. But even in the midst of all that trauma, education became her sanctuary. She excelled in school, and even back then, she had this natural gift for communication. The article mentions she was winning oratorical contests.
So even then, she had that power with words, that ability to connect with people.
Yeah, it's like those seeds were planted early on, and I think that ability to connect with people through her words, that became her superpower.
For sure. I mean, that's the heart of everything she's done, isn't it?
It really is. And that resilience she showed, it paid off big time. She earned a full scholarship to Tennessee State University, a historically Black institution.
Wow. That's a huge opportunity, especially back then.
Yeah, a total game changer. And then get this. She starts working in radio, and by 19, she makes history as the first African-American woman to anchor the news at a local network. 19.
19. It's just unbelievable. The drive she must have had.
It's mind-blowing, and the video poses this really powerful question. What would you do if you knew education was your only way out? Would you fight to excel or just give in under the circumstances?
Wow, that is a powerful question. It really makes you think about the choices we make when things are tough.
Yeah. And Oprah, she chose to fight. She saw education and her own ability to communicate as her path forward.
And look where it took her. It's incredible.
Okay, so now fast forward a bit. Oprah's achieving all this amazing professional success, right? But the article points out that even with all the accolades, even in the 90s, she was still dealing with a lot of stress and anxiety.
So it's like even with all the outward success, there was still this inner struggle going on.
Exactly. And that's when she really starts exploring mindfulness and meditation. The article mentions that she even got into transcendental meditation.
Oh, yeah. TM. That's where you silently repeat a mantra to kind of quiet the mind.
Right. And she found that through daily meditation, she could actually stay calm and centered, even with all the crazy pressure of her career. But it wasn't just about feeling better in the moment. It was about making a fundamental shift in how she approached life.
Okay, how so?
Well, she realized that true success wasn't just about achieving things externally. It was about being present in the moment, accepting her emotions, and letting that awareness guide her decisions.
So it's like moving from just reacting to things to actually choosing how you respond.
Exactly. And the article calls mindfulness her lifeline for dealing with all the stress of her career being in the public eye constantly and running this massive media empire.
A lifeline, that's a powerful image. It sounds like it was essential for her well-being.
Totally essential. It helped her stay grounded, manage her emotions, keep a sense of balance, even when things were chaotic all around her. And get this, her mindfulness practice, it actually became intertwined with her professional life.
So it wasn't just something she did on the side. It actually influenced her work.
It totally did. The article talks about how she started making conscious choices about her shows her collaborations, her whole business strategy, all based on this mindful approach.
So it's like her inner work started shaping her outer world.
Exactly. And the video transcript goes into detail about her shift from AM Chicago to the Oprah Winfrey Show and how that genuine connection she had with her guests really set her apart.
Yeah, she really had a knack for making people feel seen and heard.
She did, and her show quickly became #1 in Chicago. And then she makes this bold move, starts Harpo Productions in 1988, keeping ownership and creative control.
Well, talk about taking charge of your own destiny.
Right, and it's like mindfulness gave her this clarity and self-awareness that allowed her to trust her intuition and make these really successful decisions, not just in entertainment, but in business, too.
It's like she was tuning into something deeper, something beyond just the surface level stuff.
Totally. And her media empire just keeps growing. Oprah Magazine, Oprah Winfrey Network. The video even highlights her decision to end the Oprah Winfrey Show after 25 years.
25 years. That's incredible.
Yeah.
To walk away from such a successful show takes a lot of guts.
It does, and it shows how much she trusted her own vision.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's interesting to look back at that earlier setback in her career when she was deemed too emotional for TV news.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. It's funny how what was seen as a weakness in one context became her greatest strength in another.
Yeah, it's like that emotional intelligence, which wasn't valued in the traditional news world, became her superpower in connecting with her audience on a deeper level.
It's a great example of how our perceived weaknesses can actually be our greatest assets.
Totally. And it's not just about career success. The article makes a direct connection between her mindfulness practice and her incredible philanthropy, millions donated to education, women's rights, empowerment. The video specifically mentions the Oprah Winfrey Leadership Academy for Girls in South Africa, which she founded in 2007.
Yeah, that academy is amazing. It's a real testament to her commitment to giving back.
It really is. It shows how that inner work can lead to real, tangible change in the world.
And it highlights the connection between inner peace and compassion. When we're more aware of our own emotions, we can be more empathetic towards others.
It's like that saying, be the change you want to see in the world.
Exactly. And what's so cool is that it's not just feel-good stories. There's actual scientific research backing up the benefits of mindfulness. The article cites studies showing that it reduces stress, anxiety, improves focus, and emotional regulation.
Yeah, they even talk about Dr. Richard Davidson's findings on how mindfulness can actually activate certain parts of the brain related to emotional regulation, like the prefrontal cortex, and stress management, like the amygdala.
So it's like mindfulness is actually changing our brains for the better.
It's pretty amazing, right? And the article has this great section on key vocabulary related to mindfulness. So let's define some of these terms. The first one is mindfulness itself, and they define it as being fully aware and present in the moment without judgment.
That's a great definition. It emphasizes that non-judgmental aspect of mindfulness.
Yeah, it's not about stopping your thoughts, but about observing them without getting carried away by them.
It's about creating that space between you and your reactions.
Exactly. Then there's resilience, which they define as the ability to recover from setbacks or challenges.
Oprah's story is a perfect example of resilience. She faced so much adversity, but she never gave up.
She never gave up, and she always found a way to bounce back stronger.
That's the key, isn't it? Not just surviving, but thriving.
Okay, next up is focus, which is defined as the ability to concentrate on what matters and eliminate distractions.
In today's world, with all the constant distractions, focus is more important than ever.
Yeah, it's like a superpower.
Yeah.
And mindfulness can actually help us train our brains to stay focused.
It's about being intentional with our attention.
Right. And finally, there's intuition, defined as the ability to understand something instinctively without the need for conscious reasoning.
It's that gut feeling, that inner knowing.
And mindfulness can help us tap into that intuition by quieting the mind and allowing those insights to surface.
So for everyone listening right now, think about your own lives.
Huh?
What are your big goals? What distracts you? What causes you stress?
Yeah, and maybe take a cue from Oprah. Try practicing mindfulness for just 5 minutes a day. Find a quiet spot. Focus on your breath. Notice the sensations in your body. Observe your thoughts without judgment.
Even a few minutes of mindfulness can make a difference.
It can help you focus better, manage your emotions, feel more grounded.
It's like giving yourself a mini mental vacation.
So thank you so much for joining us for this deep dive into Oprah Winfrey's incredible journey and the power of mindfulness. We hope her story has inspired you to explore this practice and see how it can enhance your own life.
Mindfulness is a valuable tool for anyone who wants to live with more intention, awareness, and purpose.
And remember, if you're looking to improve your English, engaging with content, like this is a great way to learn new vocabulary and see how language is used in real conversations.
It's a workout for your brain.
And to wrap things up, we'll leave you with this final thought. Oprah built an extraordinary life through conscious decisions guided in part by her commitment to mindfulness. So what story will you choose to write for yourself? Thanks for tuning in to the deep dive part of Empower Your English. We'll catch you next time for another insightful exploration.
See you then.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.